Hello and welcome to the two-part tariff tutorial for 2x03 2G03. This is one of those problems that people don't know what a two-part tariff is on the test, and it's sort of an easy problem to solve, so you're really shafting yourself if you don't learn what a two-part tariff is and do well on the test. But I sort of feel like I'm preaching to the converted if you're watching these, so let's jump into the question. You are the owner of a golf course, the only one in your area. You decide to maximize total profits using a two-part tariff pricing scheme. What is a two-part tariff pricing scheme? How does it work? Suppose your total costs are represented by TC equals 1 over 32 Q squared, and demand for golf in games is Q equals 300 minus 4P. How many games will be played on your course, and how much money will you make? Okay, so pause the video, make your attempt, and I'll show you how it's done. Human capital formation. I think I want two-part tariff. Okay, so in a two-part tariff model, this one specifically, we have increasing marginal cost. You could have constant marginal cost. But the idea is to charge a price equal to the intersection of marginal cost and demand. Okay, and to charge a membership fee for access to everyone who wants to play, and you charge that membership fee based on the dollar value of consumer surplus. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to charge a fee equal to this P star, just on this diagram, and the shaded area is going to be my membership fee. And the idea behind this is that I can charge the consumer their consumer surplus as a membership fee because they're still at least as well off joining as they would be to not join. So basically, I can recoup all that money by being the only one to provide the service, by charging people a fee just to access the golf course. Okay, so from this you should gather that we have to find the competitive equilibrium, right, where marginal cost equals demand. And then we have to calculate the consumer surplus, and that's going to be our membership fee. And whatever the price is, that's going to be the price. So, as you can see, not a difficult question, but one that if you're going to do on the test, you have to actually know what a two-part tariff is, and a lot of people don't. So if this is total cost, right, then marginal cost is just 1/16 Q. Okay, so if marginal cost is equal to price, then P equals 1 over 16 Q. Right, and I already from before have that demand is 300 minus 4P, right, P being 1/16 Q. So Q equals 300 minus 4 over 16 Q. Q equals 300 minus 1 over 4Q. 5 over 4Q equals 300. Q equals 240. Okay, so that's the number of games that are going to be played on your course. If that was part of the question, which I think in this case it was. Okay, so with a quantity of 240, right, I can plug that back into my demand curve. Or I can plug it into my supply curve, either way. Okay, so let's just plug it into here. P equals 1 over 16 times Q. Okay, and let me just make sure my numbers are right. Yep, so P equals 15. Okay, so now all that's left is to calculate how much money I make. Okay, so let's start with the membership fee, right, the easy part. And then we'll do the profit per game, which is this little area that I'm just going to kind of bubble in now. right? Because not all the games cost me $15, right? The first few I provide don't cost me $15. They cost me less than $15, so I have to worry about that profit too. So pi, which is profit, equals the shaded area plus the little bubbly area. This is hardly mathematical, but I'm sure you've gathered that. So the shaded area, right, we know how to do that. We rearrange the demand formula to find the maximum willingness to pay. I make that to be P equals 75 minus Q over 4. Alright, so I know that this area up here is 75. So then the area of my triangle is 240 minus 0, of course, times 75 minus 15 all over 2. And if I plug that into my calculator, I get $7,200. Okay, so that's the first part of my profit. Right, the second part of my profit is the area between price and marginal cost. Okay, so price here is 15. The start of marginal cost, had I drawn it accurately, right, marginal cost when Q is 0 is 0. So my bubbly area is 15 minus 0 times 240 minus 0, all divided by 2. Okay. And let me just plug that into the calculator. 15, and that is 1,800. So my total profit then is $9,000. Okay, seems pretty good. So that's literally all there is to this two-part tariff question. Again, no excuse to make a mistake.